India is a population of 1.4 billion people. So it is no wonder that the economy or the GDP of this nation is something which you should take interest into. As an Indian, it is a must that we must know about our economy, the GDP and the national income. And in this video, we're going to talk about the 10 staggering factors that you must know about the Indian economy. If you've not known about the GDP or the national income or how it is calculated, we have already made a video on this. Refer the video link in the description box. So here we're going to talk about the 10 staggering factors about the Indian economy which you must know, which will help you in the stock markets to gain income, also as a businessman to strategize your business, and also for personal finance. So check out this full video. The first point, India is one of the largest economies of the world. Currently, we stand at number 7 in the world. Indian economy has grown multiple times in the last couple of decades. In 1999, the Indian GDP was around $459 billion. According to the statistics by the World Bank. Moving ahead in 2018, the GDP of India is around $2.7 trillion. India entered into a $1 trillion economy in the year 2007. So in a span of less than 2 decades, this is a multiplication of 6 times in the GDP of India, which is a commendable feat. Second point, India is one of the fastest growing GDPs of the world. To give you a statistic, the GDP of India in 2017-18 is around $2.72 trillion, whereas that of a developed nation, France, is around $2.77 trillion. So this gives you an idea that if not for the current pandemic that is going around, India would have definitely surpassed France in this GDP statistic. The third point, agriculture accounts to around 50% of the jobs that are there in India. India is the leading producer of milk and also ranks amongst the top when it comes to the production of fruits and vegetables. The country also has a thriving trade statistics in the field of seafood. Agriculture accounts for around 50% of the jobs that are available in India, and agriculture is the major contribution in the GDP of India. A few years earlier, agriculture percentage contribution to the GDP was higher, and recently we see that services sector is taking over and the contribution of agriculture is steadily decreasing. Number 4, the fuel exports accounts for around 15% of the total exports of India. Agriculture may be the biggest job provider to the Indians, but when it comes to exports, the export of fuel and petroleum is the leading, and $48 billion of fuel was exported according to the statistics in the year 2018-19, which is a commendable feat. So around 15% of the total exports that are done by India comes from the fuel and petroleum sector. Number 5, corruption and bribery has hit the Indian economy very severely. India would have enjoyed a very robust economy by now. Various economists also project that India has lost around 1 trillion USD due to the corruption at various levels in the government. According to a statistic, in the year 2019, where the general elections were held in India, the police had confiscated around 500 million worth of gold, hard cash, alcohol and drugs and various other forms of bribery to buy the vote. Number 6, violence has cost India around 9% of its GDP in the year 2017. Hundreds of communal violence incidences, aggression in the disputed area of the Kashmir region and various other violence which was occurring in various parts of the country accounted for 9% of the GDP in the year 2017. Economists say that this cost India $1.2 trillion of income, which is around 44,000 rupees per citizen if you calculate it dividing it by the population of India. Number 7, there has been a huge share of the foreign countries by way of the FDI equity inflows in India. Countries like UK, Japan, Netherlands, Mauritius, Singapore have invested to the FDI equity inflow from the year 2000 and to 2018. These countries have invested around 20 to 100 billion dollars according to their own interest from the year 2000 to 2018. Point number 8 is the gold reserves in India. India is the biggest consumer when it comes to gold jewelry or gold as an investment, and India is 10th worldwide when it comes to the reserves of gold that is available in the nation. The gold holdings of the entire nation was around 598 tons in the year 2018, and it jumped to 607 tons in the year 2019. Over 80% of the jewelry market in India is dominated by the gold jewelry. Point number 9 is the tourist arrivals in India. According to the statistics, the number of tourists coming to India is increasing every year by 6.7%. India is having the maximum tourist arrival when it comes to South Asia and Southeast Asia. Also, the number of tourist arrival in the entire world accounts to around 4.4% in India. India accounted for around 4.8% of the total tourist arrivals in the world, being the highest in South Asia. India generated around 27 billion US dollars from the tourism sector, which is around 7% of the entire tourism revenue of the world. And finally, the point number 10 is the investment opportunities available in India. By way of the Make in India project launched by the government of India recently, India is aiming to increase the contribution of the manufacturing sector from 17% to 25% by the year 2022. This has helped various companies to enter India. To name a few, they are Kia and MG Motors. Also, the construction sector is taking a huge leap when it comes to the FDI inflows. So leaving all these troubles aside, we know that our country is doing really well when it comes to the GDP and the contribution to the entire economy of the world. So taking into consideration all these factors, this will be very helpful for us to plan our personal finances and also for the businesses to run their businesses efficiently in the coming years. Thank you for watching the video till the very end, and we will be back again.